JBNN keep you informed. I'm Michelle Jones. Before we get into the news, please remember to like, subscribe, leave a comment, and share the news with someone today. Now on to the news. Cabinet to determine priority areas in response to Hurricane Beryl damage. Prime Minister Andrew Holness says the government is moving quickly to complete the damage assessment phase so the Cabinet can meet and determine priority areas in response to the damage caused by the passage of Hurricane Beryl. Holness was speaking following an aerial and ground tour sections of southern Jamaica on Thursday.
The government is going to move quickly. We're going to try and do as best as we can. But when that is paired with someone who has been impacted, but say, I'm going to take responsibility and do what I can, then the two things work together for speedy recovery. And that is the kind of attitude and spirit that I would like to see from the Jamaican people. I'm very, very lifted in this community by virtue of just the ethic that has been displayed. Yes, people have been displaced. Yes, they have damage, but their spirits are high. They're very optimistic. They're very positive. And yes, they're looking for help from the government, but you get the sense that they are mobilizing. They're cleaning their roadways. You know, they have started to nail on back their sheets of zinc, and they're taking action. And I think that has to be the spirit.
Senior citizen Hurricane Beryl's third victim on the island, an 8-year-old man lost his life when a wall at the back of his property in Backup District, Resource, Manchester, fell on him during the passage of Hurricane Beryl on Wednesday. The man, Stanley Castle, lived alone in a board structure which at some point lost its roof during Beryl's rampage. His grandniece, Patricia Nelson, on Thursday, said that she doesn't know what time the mishap occurred, only that it was sounded by concerned residents Thursday morning. Nelson, who is a farmer, said she had gone to visit her granduncle with food when she came upon a crowd gathered at the site. The roof lifted off and he went outside. I don't know if it was shelter was going for, but the wall broke down upon him, she said. According to Nelson, her granduncle's neighbors, knowing that he had mental challenges, had gone to check on him after seeing no sign of him in Beryl's aftermath. She said his nephew had tried to get him to leave the house before the hurricane, but he refused to go with him. Castle's body was taken to the Mandeville Regional Hospital where he was pronounced dead. It was then removed to the morgue, pending further investigations. Nelson said that her granduncle doesn't have any children and his siblings are all deceased. She, her mom, and his nephew are the only family he has. She is appealing for help with the funeral expenses. During the hurricane's passage, a woman died in Hanover after a tree fell on her house. She has been identified as 20-year-old Keon Sterling. Sterling was killed when a tree came down on her house in Hanover and a limb fell on her. A family member reportedly discovered the body and summoned the police. Sterling was taken to hospital where she was pronounced dead. Additionally, a 26-year-old man who was playing football with friends was swept away by floodwaters in Kingston on Wednesday evening. He has not yet been found. He has been identified as Alric Moncrief. 2 gunned down minutes apart in Greenwich Farm, hours after the passage of Hurricane Beryl and the discontinuation of an island-wide curfew on Thursday morning. 2 men were shot dead in Greenwich Farm, Kingston. The deceased have so far only been identified by their aliases, Benji and Bossy. It is understood that both men were gunned down mere minutes apart at around 10:30 a.m. Benji reportedly met his demise at the intersection of 5th Street and 1st Avenue in the community. He was killed by unknown assailants. It is understood that less than 1 hour later, about 50 meters from that scene, Bossy was also murdered. Police said it was not immediately clear whether the 2 incidents were related. There is reportedly an ongoing feud between rival gangs in the community. Man gunned down near a gas station in Spanish Town. The St. Catherine North police are searching for the killers of a man who was gunned down along Young Street in Spanish Town on Thursday. Killed was 36-year-old laborer Antonio Patterson, otherwise called Wani, of a Spanish Town address. It is reported that at about 6:50 p.m., explosions were heard in the vicinity of the Barrett service station along Young Street. The police were summoned, and upon arrival, Patterson was found suffering from gunshot wounds to his upper body. He was assisted to the Spanish Town Hospital, where he was pronounced dead. No motive has been established in Patterson's death. The Spanish Town Criminal Investigation Branch is probing the matter. JD is searching for 11 missing fishermen. A search and rescue operation is now underway to find 11 fishermen who had been reported missing since Tuesday. The Maritime Air and Cyber Command, MACC, of the Jamaica Defence Force JDF is currently conducting the operation. The JDF is reporting that the fishermen left the Cowell Bay area in St. Andrew for the Moran Keys in 3 canoe-type vessels on Saturday, June 29, 2024, and were expected to return on Tuesday. When the vessels and the fishermen failed to arrive and efforts to reach them proved futile, the JDF was contacted on Thursday to begin search and rescue operations. In a news release, the JDF says all its search and rescue assets are now back to full operational status following the passage of Hurricane Beryl. The Army has deployed a helicopter from the JDF Air Wing and its offshore patrol vessels from the JDF Coast Guard to locate the missing fishermen. The JDF is urging all seafarers to be vigilant and reporting the sightings of a red, white, and blue fishing vessel named Blessing, a green and burgundy fishing vessel named Prior Warrior, and a vessel named Prior Warrior 2. The Army is asking anyone with information regarding the whereabouts of these vessels to contact the Maritime Air and Operations Center at 876-926-8121. The JDF says it remains committed to the safety and security of Jamaicans and will continue to work tirelessly to bring the missing fishermen home. Babylon Lane residents determined to get back home. Residents of Babylon Lane district here in Seaforth, St. Thomas, were on Thursday frantically trying to repair damage left in Hurricane Beryl's wake, hoping it would be enough so that they could sleep in their houses that night. Some lost their roofs. Other houses fell victim to trees felled by the hurricane's unrelenting winds that lashed them a day earlier. Romario Williams' house was among the most severely affected. The 26-year-old said he slept on cold concrete at the Seaforth High School shelter Wednesday night. Me then at my house, and just as I was about to sleep about 6 o'clock, me hear one loud tumbling and then me hear boof. And when me get up and go outside, Mr. said the tree fall upon the house. Me run back inside and gather my important documents, Williams said Thursday morning. Most of the items in my house damaged and wet at this time, including my TV and my bed, he added. His neighbor Shanique Gordon described the moment she realized something was wrong. Yesterday evening, me heard something fall down. When me come outside, my sister and my neighbor house had been damaged by a tree, she said. Another Babylon resident, Okira Burrows, was seen trying to dislodge an ackee tree from his roof. He said he didn't think Beryl would bring it down on his dwelling. Whenever they look for a job through, but he just fell on top of the zinc top, he said. He considered himself lucky that there was no damage done inside, and all he needs to do is remove the tree and repair his roof. Caswell Hamilton wasn't as lucky. Hurricane Beryl ripped away sections of his roof and forced him to seek shelter with a Good Samaritan. My bathroom blow down flat and couple zinc fall off of my house. So me I try fix it up back so me can sleep in there tonight, because as somebody placed me sleeping there last night, he said, echoing the sentiments of many neighbors. They are determined to be back in Babylon Lane as soon as possible. Electricity restored to 80,000 JPS customers. The Jamaica Public Service JPS says it has restored power to 80,000 customers across the island in the last 24 hours. It says the areas restored are predominantly in Kingston and St. Andrew, St. Catherine and St. Thomas, with several Trelawney and St. James customers scheduled to be back on the grid early today. The company says 315,000 customers, or 45% of customers, now have electricity. It says today it will begin working to restore power to customers in the parishes of Kingston and St. Andrew, St. Catherine, St. Thomas, St. Mary, Portland, Trelawney, St. James, St. Anne and Manchester. Areas to which electricity has been restored are St. Thomas, Morant Bay, Church Corner, sections of Retreat, White Horses, Whitehall, Pondside, sections of Yallas, Belfast, Friendship, Belvedere and the Princess Margaret Hospital, Kingston and St. Andrew, sections of Waltham Park, Bull Bay, Waterhouse, sections of Arnold Road, Mountain View, Port Royal, Arborview, sections of Cherry Gardens, Barbican, Norbrook, Long Lane, Stillwell Road, Stony Hill, sections of Temple Hall, Jacks Hill, East Kings House Road, Graham Heights, Constant Spring, Havendale, Holdup Road, Queen Hill, Duane Park, sections of Mona, Beverly Hills, Long Mountain, Manor Park, Waterworks, Hammer Heights and Shortwood Road, St. Catherine, sections of Greater Portmore, Brayton, Westport, Bridgeport, Edgewater and the surrounding areas, Caribbean Estates, sections of De La Vega City, sections of Spanish Town, Eltham, St. John's Road, Joe Blaine, Beacon Hill, St. Diego Heights, Thompson Pen, Sagoville, Waterloo District, Greendale and the Spanish Town Hospital, St. James, sections of Bogue, Queens Drive and surrounding areas, Cornwall Regional Hospital and the Sangster International Airport. JBN, we keep you informed. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, leave us a comment, and click the notification bell to receive our daily news items.